YouTube channels, or you can call online. There is a Mendez.
I was gonna say, don't call.
don't
call
call
my phone unless you're a client. I'm too busy. I gotta
call me.
You can email me or something.
I know, man. I'm sorry, man. I start blowing up your phone. What's your phone number? Let me give it to people here. You're done. So you can call me, I guess. Reach out if you're looking to start your own business, need clients, or you're going. Hello, guys. This is Andre with Wings Mobile Detailing Podcast, and today, finally, here with Bryan Felix.
I'm excited,
from Mendez Auto Detailing.
I'm excited.
I am too, man. Finally, we got to meet, man. Finally.
Let's shake hands.
Let's shake hands.
We're
man.
on video too.
Yeah, we too, as YouTuber. Bryan has a multitude of views, incredible videos on YouTube. He actually has his story. That's why we wanted to record this podcast for. You have your story from where you come from. I definitely want people to know that, get that knowledge from you, from your upbringing.
For sure.
And then at one point he worked for us, for Wings Mobile Detailing. And we have a story to tell as well, as most of you guys know. And a lot of incredible things. He decided to get his own thing, started his company. He's going hard on it. He's growing, he's succeeding. And that's admirable. So we're excited to see this podcast.
Yes,
Bryan.
sir.
Thank
you for having me, bro.
No
for
problem,
real, for real. And honestly, like before we start the podcast and stuff, I just want to, definitely give some credit to this man here, because honestly, like watching you do what you do, like and how you did it, man, it got me motivated to like see what's possible out there and just kind of like make myself believe a lot more. You get what I'm saying? That of what I could do myself. So definitely huge shouts out to you. I'm a little stumbling, man. We're on camera.
Likewise, man.
Yeah,
likewise.
Man. It's all good.
We're not actors here.
No,
we're not Hollywood actors.
For sure. So yeah, man, I just want to give you credit, man. Just say thank you, like for real, because without you, honestly, like I would have never be where I am now, man, for sure.
Thank you.
So as those of you that don't know, my name is Bryan Felix, and I'm the owner of Mendez Mobile Detailing. And like I said, just shout out to Andre, man. I worked for Andre. How long did I work for you? Like maybe a few months?
Maybe, man. Has it reached a year, maybe?
It was like probably like 8 months, the most.
Yeah, 8 months maybe.
Like 8 months, and yeah, man. Like I reached out to him. I saw the post on Indeed, and I was like, okay.
That's true. That was
I seen the post on Indeed, and I was like, okay, he's looking to hire like an entry-level detailer, and I applied. And
That's
Andre
awesome,
called
man.
me, man. He called me right up, man. He was like, hey,
we
man.
called it a quick interview.
Yeah, man. He was like, hey,
did.
man, on the spot interview. Like, what are you looking to do? What's going on?
I think at that time, but we're going to get back to that. I definitely want to come over your upbringing before. But at that time, I think that you actually mentioned to me that your goal was to actually open a company yourself.
Yes, sir.
To start detailing.
Yes, sir.
And I'm flattered, man. Thank you so much for all the compliments, man. And this is all you, man.
Yeah.
This is all you. Like, you went after. The thing that I most admire me about you is I admire you on the fact that you were never, like, you were not satisfied. You're grateful, but not satisfied. And that is what entrepreneurs think out there starting their business.
True, bro.
It's
very true.
There's like, I want more. You're like, I want more. I want to do something. And you used to tell me that. And I thought that was the most incredible thing, man, because that's the spirit for entrepreneurship.
And it just doesn't stop, man. It doesn't, like, even if you hit your goal, like, you're going to be like, I gotta do more. I gotta get more,
Yeah.
But just like you said, let's talk about like the whole upbringing and stuff, where I'm from, where I was born, stuff like that. Kind of how I even got introduced to detailing.
Yeah.
So
if you can, sorry, man, to cut you, but if you can refresh, like.
Yeah.
So you went to school here, we're in Richmond, Virginia.
So I'm gonna just start off with like. We're just gonna talk about me, like born. So born in Humacao, Puerto Rico. If those of you that don't know, I am Puerto Rican and Dominican. So I was born in Puerto Rico. I was raised in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, in Pennsylvania. I went to school there for about the first 9 years of schooling, and once I got to high school, we moved over here to Virginia. So we came here to Virginia because I had family members here, and my mom was like close to her sister and stuff.
Yeah.
And we lived out here for a few years. I went to school in Meadowbrook. James River. I don't even know if these schools are still around, dude. But I went to these schools while I was out here, and you know, kind of graduated in 2015, and then after that, I just kind of like started working warehouse jobs, man. Just trying to figure out what I want to do, man. Like I always knew I wanted a business, but it was just like, what am I gonna do?
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the time, there was a lot of like.
Same with me, man. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. At the time, there was a lot of like internet guru stuff going on, which it still is. There's a lot more of it. But I ran across Amazon FBA. I bought courses. I remember selling my car, dude. I had a car, and this is how hungry I wanted it, man. I sold my car, the only thing I had to my name, and I sold my car. This was after I graduated. Yeah. And I started buying courses. I was just like, okay, I wanted to get rich, like, honestly.
Courses on how to start a business, more motivational side.
Yeah. So I bought courses on how to start like an Amazon business. I learned a lot about affiliate marketing. Just like any course that I could get my hands on that was like reasonable price, you know, I would buy, man, just because I wanted to learn, man. I was just like wanted to learn, and honestly, I should have been buying books because that's your best teacher, man. Books,
man. But like you said something important. You gave up something.
Yes, bro.
You sold your car to actually get a course, to get self-development, to learn.
Bro. Yes.
And a lot of people out there don't even learn without selling anything. You gave up stuff to go after it. Education, it's always the number one. Yeah. Self-development, because that's going to build you up. So that's an important point, man. Yeah. You sold your car, and then you got so you could buy a course as well. Right. And you weren't even sure. It's not a guarantee thing. Oh, I buy this, I'm going to be successful.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a huge risk. And my family was like, bro, you're crazy. Like, you know, that's all you have. And I was just like, okay, well, if I can invest in these courses, I'll make some money off of it, and I'll buy the car again, or maybe I'll get something better. You know, and that was just my mindset behind it. Like, if I can better myself, I'm like my best investment. Like you are too for yourself. We all 100%, are. Like, man. You know what I mean?
I believe in that.
Exactly. So if you can invest in yourself, you're gonna make back 10x. Like what you get what I'm saying? Like it's all about you, man. It all starts down with you. Like, you know, just invest in yourself, believe in yourself, because that's all you need, man. That's all you need.
And then when you start doing that, I believe that when you start getting the education, you become more knowledgeable. When you become more knowledgeable, you start wanting more. You start becoming more confident.
Yes, sir.
You're like, the more confident you are, the more you want to do that.
Yep.
And the more prepared you are for the downfalls, because we have downfalls as business owners. We both know that.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
It's not a world of just glamour and nice things or just, you know, success every time.
Nah,
on the contrary, most times it's just failing.
It's just grinding. Yeah. Just staying positive. Like some days, even now, I have 0 clients. I'm just like, let me do stuff now that I can, like, you know, maybe down the line, like, get results from. You get what I'm saying? Because because a lot of people think that you can put in work now, like on a computer. Tomorrow I'm gonna get 20
money
clients.
For tomorrow.
You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes you have to give things up for this week, for the month, so that you can focus on growing for tomorrow, for the future.
For the future, bro. It's all about 10, 20 years from now, and that's just like my mindset, you know, and even further than that, you know,
that's
because
how it is, man.
It's not overnight, man. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's just not. So back to the story. I forgot where I left off.
So then after you got to Richmond, Virginia, you start knowing that you wanted to do something. Not sure what, but you know that you wanted to acquire something big, to grow a business, for example. That was still probably in your mind. That's what you were meant to do.
Yeah, bro.
And then you went to Indeed. Let me just make sure it's still recording, because I don't have any light there. All right, it's good.
Cool.
I'm trying to get back to the same place. All right, so then you went to, I was starting to hiring people back then.
Yep.
Don't even know what year that was, or month.
Me either, dude. Probably like
Yeah.
2019, maybe.
Yeah.
2019, maybe around there.
Yeah.
But even before I applied for Wings Mobile Detailing, like I said, I always knew I wanted to start a business, and I did kind of what I did with you. Like I went to small businesses, and I applied. So before I worked for Wings, I went to a window tint shop. I called him up because I watched a lot of Gary Vee, and he mentioned in one of his videos, if you're young and you want to make it, just call up shops and offer to help for free. And that's what I did, man. I called up a window tint shop, and I called him. I wanted to learn how to tint. I love cars. Anything worth, car-wise, I wanted to do. So I'm still trying to figure stuff out. So I go to this window tint shop, no names, just, it was in here in Richmond. I called them up. I was like, hey, are you guys looking for a window tint, helper or whatever? I'm willing to work for free. I just want to learn the trade. Just teach me. I'm just going to learn. And, and the whole goal was always like, I'm going to open my own tint shop. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? So,
Brian, you always have that attitude in your mind.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna do something. I want to open that. It's that entrepreneur thing. Yeah.
I just always been that way, man. It's just like always been in my head. Like, I know when I like grew up seeing like nice cars and stuff, I never asked like, oh, how much money is that? Or like whatever, typical questions are like about that car. A regular
person would ask, right?
Yeah. I was always like,
what's the opportunity?
Yeah, I was just like, okay, how was he able to get that? Like, what like did he do to get to that? Because I know it wasn't a regular job. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting a Lambo with a regular job,
Yes.
And I love cars, and it's just always been in me. So I went to the tint shop, and I asked for help or to help, and they hired me. Dude didn't pay me for a few days. I was like a little, I was like, it was a far drive. I was like, a little bit of money for gas, but I wasn't expecting nothing. So I learned how to tint, and after a while, I was like, this is not for me.
Right.
It's not even for me, bro. So I stopped going, and came across my cousin, right? So my cousin, you met him. He works at a limousine detailing company, and he brought me into work one day because he was going out or whatever out of town. And he was like, bro, can you come help me out for the weekend? So we're like detailing limousines and stuff, like big party buses and stuff. I'm like, this is what you do, bro? Like, I'm like, are you serious?
I remember that. You're telling me what you used to do, what you guys did. Yeah.
So I was like, are you serious, bro? This is like what you do every day for like 8 hours or whatever. He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Well, I want to do regular cars because these vans and buses are way too big for a typical day. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of work. So I went to Indeed, and I put auto detailing, jobs, and I came across Wings Mobile Detailing. I did my research, bro. I did my research. I was like, okay, who is Wings Mobile Detailing? And they're hiring, so let me check them out. Google 5-star reviews across the board, dude.
Awesome.
Yo. You were killing it, man. You still are. So I applied, and Andre called me up, like I said, gave me the opportunity. I worked for him for a few months. And while I was there, I was just learning, man. Just like learning the techniques, how to wash the car, how not to. You taught me everything that like I still do to this day, man. Like for real. Yeah. One of your employees, John, he taught me a lot of stuff too.
Shout out to John. Yeah, he's managing now. Yeah,
oh, for
on the
real?
phones. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, he taught me a lot of stuff too. How to do stuff quicker, how to be more efficient, and just like seeing the whole van setup and just just being in it just gave me a better insight of like
definitely, man.
What is like to be expected if I were to be on my own, because at the time it was always the goal. That's why I said it to you.
And you were blunt with me. You were telling me. Even when we were doing the interview, you said that your goal was to actually grow a business yourself. And I mean, I personally love seeing that. I know that some business owners may see that from their, other employees from some business owners, and they may think, they may get upset with the guy or something like that, which is ridiculous, Yeah. And when I see like other people doing it more in the business, that's why like you and I, we both do videos. How do we set up the van? You know,
Yeah.
all that online, because it's nice seeing other people.
Exactly how I was starting a business, and then you like gave me the opportunity to work with you.
Oh yeah, the videos.
Which I
there.
appreciate you for, dude, because honestly, any other person would have been like, nah, man, kick rocks. You know, if you want to start your own business, go ahead. But you were like, no, come work for me. Come,
Yeah.
get in the, what is it, like the trenches, like put in the
Yeah.
work, get in the mud, like, and I always like think about that stuff because like that was a big opportunity for me,
That's
man. That
awesome.
changed
And
my
I'm not
life.
gonna come out as the nice guy, because I needed help too.
No, for sure.
And
bro, I
you
understand,
offer huge help there. I mean, to do some clients, do your best job there, never fail. Even you never kicked out saying, oh, screw that, I'm gonna start my own thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that for people who's watching this and wanting to start their own business, the entrepreneur mindset, that's what the entrepreneur mindset is. They are ethical and moral in all, no matter the situation where their life put there in.
Right.
Successful entrepreneurs are like that.
Right.
Because if some people start off and say, oh, screw everything, or I'm just gonna pretend I'm here working and then just get out and do my own thing. Life is gonna teach you when you become an entrepreneur the hard way.
Yeah.
Like for these people. So heads down to you as well, man. But
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
that is entrepreneurship. Is all areas of life. It's growing together. It's and having the ambition to do something, not being satisfied, just like you weren't.
I have a little catchphrase. I want to potentially turn into a brand one day, so nobody steal this. But it's hustle, never settle. Like keep going. Like hustle, just never settle. Like never be satisfied. Just never stop. And
That's true, man.
It's just my life motto. Just like hustle, never settle. Ever since I like thought about that, I was like, that's what I want my brand to like become. Because
and you can be that's a good word. It doesn't matter the size that you are in business. If God knows, maybe one day you and I would grow to huge headquarters. We grow huge.
Yeah, when?
And then even when people are big business owners and they settle down, the business goes downhill like that. It doesn't matter the size. So true, man. That's so true.
Even before, like, not even before, but while I was working for you, I was like listening to your podcast. I was just like, what's it called? Like soaking in as much as I could from the you guys don't know how big of a like impact he has, like, you know what I'm saying? Because dude, he has franchises and stuff, like,
oh man, I appreciate it.
You don't see these ton of companies are like that, dude. You don't. So like when I saw Wings with the 5-star reviews and dude, I was like, he got a shop. How many shops? What? How old is he? What? I was like, man, I would be honored to work for these guys.
I'm so glad, man, those podcasts are working.
Humble,
I'm so glad these podcasts are working.
Yeah, bro. Like, even to this day, I still listen to them. Like, you just gotta like continue learning, always learning, and just keeping a positive attitude. Like, no matter what, man, for real.
Yeah.
And just believing in yourself, man. It's all believing.
Awesome, man.
That's all it is, just believing in yourself. And, you gave me the opportunity to, like, believe in myself furthermore because you gave me, you like, bro, record, do this, do that. I was like, bro, I got you. Yeah. Like, I was like, man, it's a lot of work, detailing cars, but, like, it pushed me. I was like, okay, you get what I'm saying? Like, you pushed me to be better. And now I'm doing more work for myself, dude, like, way more work. I didn't know how easy I had it, man.
No, that's all.
Yo, for real.
And how was it, Ryan? Like, because I'm sure people wanted to see, you worked for Wings at one certain point, but the transition, some people may think, you simply got out, started your own business, and then it was just easy afterwards, Was it easy?
Nah, man, it's still not easy, man.
I know,
It's still not easy. So during the time I was working for you, like I said, I always had the same mindset. Like, okay, I want to start my own business. So I bought courses with the money that I was making working for you, and I started, working on my website. I was like doing the SEO stuff. I was just typing blogs, like trying to rank for keywords and stuff like that. And over time, it just started picking up little by little. And I'm just like, okay, I'm getting a few clients on the weekends when I'm not working for Wings.
And that's how it started, with a few clients here and there.
I remember starting to request time. I was like, yo, Andre, can I have off weekends? And you were just like,
oh, true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And I was like detailing on the side because I love detailing.
That happened.
I was like, yo, Andre, can I have off weekends? He was like, what's up? Like, I got you. Like,
yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah.
Because for what?
Yeah.
Like, oh, and you tell me, hey, you got some cars for the weekend. It's like, go right, yeah.
Yep. You always supported, man. He was always like, go ahead, man. Do what you gotta do.
That's awesome, man. But this is your good. This is your grit. Like, you went after it. You could have very well just stayed in, because it's work.
Bro.
It's not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy. And things happen. We plan business. We're growing a business.
And it's all your fault.
That's true. That's true. It's always your fault. If somebody does something, it's like, oh, what did I do wrong here?
Yep.
And you got to always take the blame. That's another great quality of entrepreneurs. But things happen. Problems, it's not as you plan. It's never as you plan. If 1 month is going according to plan, something's coming up. That's when it's scary. When everything is going smooth and just right, and then that's when I get scared.
Yeah.
Oh, everything is going according to plan.
I think something is up too, dude. I'm like,
it's just a matter of time.
It's too good to be true. What's going on? But
something will a wave will hit, because that's how entrepreneurship is.
Yeah, bro.
It's a roller coaster ride.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. I was just working on the website, trying to rank for keywords, trying to get clientele, because that's probably like, if you're starting your own business, like, that's number one. Like, you can't just jump in it, because you're not gonna have the consistency there. Like, you're not gonna have clients to do or cars to do.
It would be awesome if you start and then there's just with a bunch of clients. Your job is to just buy a video and go you have a bunch of clients, but that's not reality.
Yeah. A lot of detailing entrepreneurs think it's detailing when it's like 20%. I'll give it 20% of what's actually going to happen
to grow the business.
Yeah. I'll give it 20, and that's like a fair number. It might be a little bit less, in my opinion, because detailing is like the end. It's like it's like the end of the stick. It's like the last thing that's
for people who wants to grow a business like you and I, who wants to actually grow. Yeah, I mean, detailing definitely is the front line. You want to make sure the quality is really there, always, like it is.
Yeah.
But as you said, for people who wants to grow their business, I agree. It's 20% is even though you're doing work there, but to grow is always a bunch of other things. Yeah. It's endless.
Yeah. A lot of people actually like watch my YouTube videos, and I can see that they're just looking to be self-employed, and that's not my goal at all. Like, it just never was. If you want to be self-employed, I'm not knocking that. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
Make your money. Like, do what you love. Like, but that's just not me. That's not what I want. I want to own this building here, man.
I respect that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And I also respect those, just like you said. If you wanted to be self-employed, exactly. Like, oh, that's you.
Respect.
Matter of fact, I have a podcast on that, self-employment versus growing a big business. And it is different. If somebody loves detailing cars, if that's something, I just love detailing cars, I don't want on the side of the business spend 10, 15 years struggling to grow a business. I just want to, because for self-employment, I think is a quicker way to the money. Yeah. Right? Because you're not worried about investing back in the business,
it's like
all your earnings.
It's like a safe little bubble, man. Honestly, that's just how I look at it, because you don't have bubble. You don't have employees who like worry about like them messing up, or they're like,
and the money goes.
Like at first when I started, I was like that, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, if I do the work, I know it's gonna get done right. I'm gonna keep getting good reviews.
And the money's there too. You can charge them more.
But like backing off is like, I'm not at that level yet. Let's just put that out there. But backing off is definitely a goal of mine. But it is tough when you're like obsessed about your business. Like, this is my lifeline.
It's like a baby for you.
Yeah, bro. This is like
I
everything.
didn't want to say it, but it's like,
for sure, bro.
It's like a baby for you.
Everything. So like, it's kind of tough to like just take a step back. Like, okay, do those cars. Like, I'm gonna be over here. Like, you know.
It's tough. That step stuff. It is tough. I think starting off as a business owner, that's one of the hardest part is dealing with people. And like you said, you're the owner of the business. You got to take responsibility for whatever happens, even if it's clearly somebody else's fault.
Yep.
But you're like, okay, what did I do wrong? Because you got to avoid, because if you don't blame yourself, it's going to keep happening.
Yep. They call you like, hey, this person didn't do this, or they did this to my car. You got to ask yourself, like, okay, what did not teach them, or what did I like miss? Like you said earlier, like it's definitely your fault, you know.
Yes.
Even if you think it's not, like the clients are calling you, not the detailer that
not
did it.
The detailer.
Even when I messed, like I used to like do a little
we all did, man.
silly stuff. Not work for Wings, man.
Yeah.
Like they would call Andre, and like that's why I was saying, like I didn't realize how easy I had it, because I could like not show up to a car. Not saying that it happened, but I could not show up to a car. They don't care that Bryan didn't show up working for Wings. Like they're calling
as
the owner.
As an employee. Let's say somebody else. Let's say an employee who didn't care about the business. They are gonna go do the service. If some problem happens, they just go home.
Yep.
Where you and I, as a business owner now, the problem stays with us.
Yep.
And we're the ones. And I think that's the safe side, the safe bubble of somebody who wants to become self-employed. Just perhaps they love detailing and they don't want to go through the struggling of growing the actual business. That's perfect. You know, they're doing the service. At the beginning, self-employment will pay you more than if you're growing, because you're not investing back. You're saving everything.
Right. And
if as we are a franchise, for example, and a lot of people are self-employed who starts with us because they just want to get the calendar filled up and do the work.
Right.
And we send them. But that's a different category. For these people, what I learned is that it's a lot less problems, and they love doing just the detailing. You and I, we love the business as well, which is all around just detailing, all around the 20% of detailing.
Yeah, I just love seeing like what could be like the possibilities. You know what I mean? Like just like knowing that the sky's the limit. You know, like honestly, it really is like the sky's the limit. Like
for any business too.
Yeah. So I don't know if you ever talked about numbers, but I like to talk a little bit about numbers just because you got to be honest. Like I love being real. So when I first started, dude, I was making like working weekends and stuff like $300. I was like, okay, like in a month, these are monthly numbers. Yeah. And after a while, I started going up. I'm just like,
it's not easy. Like, the first month already, bought myself a brand new car. That's not reality, man.
I still have the same blue car, man. I still have the same blue car. That's the car that I started working out of. And
I remember one day you got was it AC problem that you got?
It was a battery.
It was the battery. Yeah, it was the battery.
Yep. And after a few months, it went up to 1,000, and I was like, okay, it's still a little bit of money. Like I can't quit Wings yet. I was just like, I can't leave and start on my own yet. So, after a little while, just doing more marketing, dude, just working, like it's work. Detailing is work. People don't realize like you're out in the sun and the cold. Like it's labor for real. Yeah. And thankfully, I hit the $10,000 mark, which is like insane. But that was like a whole like year and like 6 months.
About
like,
a year.
Like a whole year later, like I finally reached a $10,000 month, and it's
that
just
you were
like
able to save, or that you were
revenue for like detailing cars.
Oh, okay, got
just
it.
detailing cars. Yes. So I hit 10,000. I was like, wow, like I just never knew that like. That 300 month that I had, I never like thought about like, oh, I can make 10,000.
Yes.
And when I hit, I'm like, dude, if I can make 10,000 in a month, I can make 100,000 in a month. And if I can make you know what I'm saying? Like it's just always been my mindset. Like the sky's the limit. Just never limit yourself, because, I read a little bit of 10X, not the whole book, but he always just said, if you have goals, like if you have $1 million goal, just 10X it. Like,
10X it.
Just.
And that's gonna motivate you to 10x your actions as well. If you're gonna wake up and call one client, call 10, or 5 clients, call 10 times that, because then like this is practical. You want a 10x result, but you have to apply on the actions. You're gonna call 5 clients, call 10. Whatever you do 10 times, because the math is gonna add up. You're gonna have 10 times more.
Yep.
It's as simple as that, and it's just like you said, get to work.
Yep.
If it's on the phone, doing the detailing, doing your best, being there always. But for people who is like listening to this and they want to start their own business.
Right.
And like you mentioned on the first few months that you're struggling to save to invest back in your business and acquire more clients. And then you spend months saving. It was like, okay, I did it. And then you get that car breaking down. And for people who is going through the same phase, man, I spent all this time saving, trying to make it. And I have my own personal opinion about it, trying to make it. And then a problem happens because it does. It's a matter of when.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Your car broke down. There's $1,000 there.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money, and especially at the when we're at the beginning. Like, am I ever gonna make it? People doubt. What do you think? What would you say, man? Because
Yeah. So I mean, doubts are gonna happen. Like, just being truthfully and honest. Like, even when you think that like things is going good, like you're gonna doubt yourself eventually. Like you're gonna have that. It's just what it is. But if you're starting out, I'm sorry, I like calling and lost your question, but if you're starting out and you like, I guess you're asking like, honestly, it's just all about believing in yourself, man. Like I honestly, like,
knowing
I know
that
it's a simple question.
Is that still filming?
Oh no, it's not filming.
Hopefully mine is though. So I guess the question I was trying to see is because at the beginning, because I have a personal experience with that. At the beginning, I started off using my brother's car. He had a beat up Mitsubishi. Yeah. I had my story there, and I bought a Walmart vacuum. That thing would barely suck. That would literally that would that vacuum sucks.
Battery powered
in a bad way. And I always, just like I always wanted to grow the business, expand the team. And then when I finally got to reach part of my target, my goal, I was like, okay, now after 2 years nonstop to reach that one goal, I was a week to actually reach that. And the goal was for me to work from home because I was, working out there detailing.
Yeah. I
wanted to, and for me to reach that, I had to reach a certain revenue and a certain amount of employees.
Right.
That was the goal. 2 years and a half, I think it was 2.5 years. When I was a week about to, okay, next week I'll be able to finally do that because the team is all prepared.
Right.
3 employees went out at once. You weren't with the Wings at that time. Goodness. It was a while back. But, man, I was like, okay, it took me 2.5 years to reach here. In a matter of a week, I lose 3 guys.
Oof.
Man, this, like, mathematically speaking, because entrepreneurs are about numbers as well. Like statistically, it's never gonna work.
Yeah.
it comes that doubt. And when a car breaks down as well, man, spend this amount of time to do this.
Right.
It's never gonna work. And I kept hitting it again. Okay, I'm gonna start over. Yeah. I'm gonna do it again. But when I made that decision, a lot of people could have given up. Exactly. You didn't give up with your car breaking down.
Nah, dude.
You went back at it again to work twice as much and save money.
Right.
This is what entrepreneurship is.
Yeah.
When you think you're reaching that level, something happens and you don't. You fail. Like everybody fails. We failed at a certain task. And then the doubt comes in our mind. This is never going to work. And this is normal for any entrepreneur. Successful entrepreneurs goes through that. They go through doubt, it's not gonna work. But they keep going.
Exactly.
That's what differentiates.
Exactly. Dude, I had my car break down in front of a client's house.
Oh, yeah.
I've had my car break down in front of the client's house. And like, it's super embarrassing, but like, I'm like, this is my way of getting here. Like I need to find a way to get back. Like you just gotta figure it out. Yeah. But honestly, it's becoming relentless. Just like, no matter what, you just gotta like, that's just what your mindset has to be. And I truly believe that some people are born with something like that, but some aren't. But you just gotta like have that mentality like, yo, if I don't get this done, there is no other options. Like Andy Frisella talks about the like
No deviation.
yeah, like
options.
no options mentality. Like by any means, like I gotta make this work.
Yeah.
Like if I don't, what else am I gonna do? Like you know,
because this is my goal, and the problem is when you have a lot of options as an entrepreneur.
right?
So let's say some people really don't have an option; they have to do that. But what about those entrepreneurs who, I could get this nice paying job, or it could be in entrepreneurship. They hit the first bump in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
They have somewhere to fall in. They
Right.
have those options. But in your mind, it's like, no, it doesn't matter. This is it. I
Yeah.
gotta come to that road.
Right.
And but to answer, I guess, just like you said, is have a no options mentality. You go through
bro.
those moments, you just have to do it again.
Yeah.
And if you're like, but I don't want to do it again, then I'm
It's
sorry.
not for you. Yeah, it's not for you. Like
Then
honestly,
I'm sorry, it's tough.
it's
Yeah.
not gonna be easy. You know,
Yeah.
like you thinking like that it's gonna be a smooth process is already like gonna like make you expect certain outcomes and stuff. And when you don't get that, that's when you start doubting, and that's when you start saying, okay, well, if I can't make 2,000 this month, I'm not gonna do it. And you already lost. You know what I'm saying? Like
You already lost. Yes.
you already lost. You should just apply. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
just don't even try because
You're gonna have
not
doubts.
have
That's normal, right?
a smooth ride, man.
It's normal to have doubts.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think this is gonna work. But with doubt, and you keep going,
Yeah.
that's it.
And just also just thinking long term, you know,
Long
like
term.
just if you have a car breakdown, okay, like you could fix it, you know,
Yeah.
like you'll get it back eventually. Like don't like get too stressed about it, like, you know.
You know how I deal with that? With the
How do you
thinking
do it?
long term?
Yeah.
I write goals every night. I write my goals down, long term goals and short term goals.
Gotta do
But
that.
I write big goals,
Yeah.
right? I'm sure
yeah.
you do too. We
Yeah.
write big goals. So if you have a goal there that is something huge that you want in 20, 30 years from now, and then something happens with your car, an alternator breaks down, something minor happens. You're thinking so big, your mind is gonna go so huge that, like, man, an alternator is not gonna not make me buy this huge thing or
Right.
acquire this huge whatever
Problems
your goal
become
is.
smaller, right?
Yes, problems become smaller. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that's how I deal with, because with the small problems, which at the time is always big for us, right? Because we're not.
Right.
So that's how we deal with it, and I think that's all. And I see that in you too, man. I see that in you too. And then you went from that. You started your own company.
Yeah.
Working on acquiring clients. It
Yep.
It didn't fall from heaven.
Nah, man. I wish it did.
Yeah.
It just came from, you know, just hustling, just trying to figure stuff out, and then landing on the detailing thing and just falling in love with that, and then just learning, you know, the detailing part, you know, like washing
Yes.
cars, because you have to, like, as an owner, you still have to learn how to
You
do
have
that
to
stuff.
know everything, all
Yeah.
the technical part.
Yeah, you can't just, I'm gonna hire somebody, like, you know.
Yes.
So,
Great point.
and if you want to hire somebody, like, they're gonna want to leave on their own eventually. You get what I'm saying? Because
True.
So
Yeah.
that's why, like, I always say thank you, bro, for like appreciating.
Oh, man.
Like, I appreciate you
It's all you,
100,000%, man. I learned everything from this guy here. Big shouts out to him. Like, just the customer service was always number one for you, and it's number one for us too. You know,
Always,
like,
man.
it's just customers come first for sure.
Yeah.
And you know,
That is a
grew-
great point as well, man. The customer always coming first, and like we covered, no deviation mentality, no options for you to think big, for you to
Yeah.
keep going, and that's how it is, man. And I think that for whoever is actually starting their business and they want everything in their hands, that's not the real world. That's obviously Wings, we do like franchising and all,
Right.
and all that, you know, with people who wants to start their own detailing business, they wanted a boost. That's why we always, I'm sure you do too, like I always try to help people, you know, like, hey, call me up because we can, we're franchised in multiple states, so we can always work something out and send it, because if we have extra, we pass it on. We pass along.
Yeah.
We pass along, and especially for entrepreneurs, starting business owners, who's like, I love detailing. I want to do that. I just want to focus on detailing. I don't want the stress of growing a business. That's fine. Just like you said, that's your option. That's you. Obviously, franchising is a great option because then that's what you do. You don't worry about, client is canceling, I have to deal with that. But it's nice to have you, man. It's
nah, for sure, bro.
Thank you very much, man. I'm
Appreciate
sure a lot of
man.
people is gonna watch on both of our channels, and this is gonna be.
It's gonna blow up, bro. But just to like finish the story before we end it, so I grew out the small car that I started from.
Yeah, I don't want to end, man. I want to hear the rest.
I grew out of the vehicle that I saved a lot of money to get this Ford Transit, same ones you have. Like I remember texting you, like I always reach out to Andre if I have any like important question or something, like Andre, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been through this, like he knows what not to do and what to do. So I text him, I was like, hey Andre, like what's a good, detailing van, what should I get, man? He's like, Ford Transit. Like he did like
Ford
quick.
Transit.
Yeah, quick, just Ford Transit. I was like, I heard not, I gotta go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked, saved, bought the Ford Transit and started like adding stuff to it, just water tank, stuff like that.
And that was how long after you have left Wings?
Man.
Or probably right away, or?
It wasn't right away.
It was not right away.
It was not right away, man. Honestly, I had the van for like 4 or 5 months now. So it was like this year that it happened. So almost 2 years in, man, like I got my first van. It's like, it takes a lot of work, man. Like honestly,
it
takes a lot of work. I thought I was gonna have a van in like 6 months. I was like, I can save everything. I'm gonna save all this money. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna just be good.
Yeah.
I don't have to drive my car, like And it took me 2 years, because when you're, when you're looking to get a van, you
gotta have clients first.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have clientele, and that's something that I just like stay patient with because I knew that. I was like, I'm detailing my car, but I'm not that busy, I'm just like, I could take stuff out the car at the end of the day. I don't have to worry about it. But once I built up and I was like, okay, it's getting out of hand. Like, I'm moving way too slow. I gotta vacuum out the car. I can't get to the next 3 clients and stuff.
Love that, man. You're saying it, and I was like, man, that's entrepreneur, man.
Yeah.
You are patient, but at the same time impatient.
Yeah, bro.
You're patient with knowing my job is to get clients first before I do this beautiful van, this nice shop. My job is to get
one thing at a time, bro.
The result first. I want to see clients, and then if you feel like, okay, am I moving too slow to acquire those clients? Yeah. Sorry to cut you, man, but I thought that was
good.
Good mentality.
But it's just one thing at a time, and just like long term, you gotta think long term, because let's say you have a good month, you get 15. Let's say this is a good month, 15 cars, and you're like, damn, like, I could quit my job. Like, you don't know what next month is, gonna look like at all. Even to this day, like I don't even know what next month is gonna look like.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen.
It could rain, dude. I remember February rained for like the whole month, dude. I was just like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do?
This beginning of the year, man.
Yeah, bro.
Rain non-stop. It feels like it was like 3 months of pure rain.
Yeah.
I felt like
every
legit.
day, dude.
It's funny because you did
every day. Yeah. And it's just like you just don't know, So I just wanted to have a little bit of certainty with at least the website. At least let me make sure that I'm getting people to my website first. Yeah. Let me make sure that they're visiting, right? Let me make sure that they're like requesting, for detailing services first. And when I have an abundance or enough, coming in on a daily, weekly basis, then I'll feel comfortable. Okay, now I could go get a van. And that's just like all about patience and just knowing that it's baby steps, one thing at a time. It's not gonna be 20,000 clients coming to Mendez, like, let me get, like,
quick like that. And I think, I'm sure a lot of people are asking, especially those who is looking to get into detailing, starting their own business. It rained. We felt like that rain was like for 2 or 3 months straight. I'm sure they asked, then what you guys did? Can I still own a detailing business because it rains and I don't have clients? So guys, for any business that you're going to start, there's always going to be ups and downs.
Yes, sir.
For another business, rain may not affect that business, but there's still going to be struggles. It's just different problems. What we did with the rain, for example, sometimes you really don't have much to do. You can go after, you can try to detail in the rain, but it's not going to be the amount of clients. That's why we always, I don't like the quote very much, save for a rainy day.
Yeah.
But, you work diligently and patiently before when it's going well. Because when it's going well and you're saving a lot of money in the month, especially if you're starting your business self-employed, you're going to start seeing that money saved and you're going to think, oh, it's going to continue like that. Actually, it's going to grow even bigger. Don't spend that money. Don't spend that money because those down months are going to come. And it's good to have ammunition.
They're going to come.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you were going to ask what I did in the rain when it rained. But honestly, I was like, dude, it's time to like double down on marketing. Like, it was just like, okay, I have all this time. I'm gonna be in the house. I can't detail. Let me keep working on how I can get more clients. You know what I mean? Like, video ideas, marketing, whatever it was, reading books, like whatever it was that I couldn't like so much do because I was so busy detailing. I did. Like, it's like you gotta like adapt to the situation. It's just all it is, 100%. Man. You gotta adapt to whatever you're like handed and dealt. You know, like you just gotta. It's just gotta be in you, man. Like for real. Like it just has to be in you. It could also be skill. You know, you could build that up too. But just like never quitting. Just like, oh, it's raining. Some people would have like, oh, let me watch Netflix. I was like, dude, I was on my laptop for 8 hours, man. Like I was like, you know, Google SEO, YouTube. Like, how can I rank my website? How can I get more clients? How I was just like, okay, once this rain is over, I'm gonna have the opportunity to detail cars.
Yes.
And I want to be ready for that. So, you know what I'm saying?
You want to get all those tasks out of the way as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
The time comes.
Yeah. It's just all it's about, man. Just.
And then, so it was about 2 years that you actually acquire your detailing van.
Yes, sir.
There, and you start building it. Get the materials and you start growing your clients as you're growing. And was there ever a moment, because also there's another fallacy, I think people think that, oh, there's a moment that you just blow up. You know, so people that don't know business, they are going to think, oh, this moment I blew up. You know, blew up meaning in the positive way. It just clients just came, that business owner just grow out of the blue. That's not how it happens. It's step by step, but people don't see it outside.
I was gonna say, people text me like, "Oh, you blew up, bro." Like, I'm like, dude, you don't even know.
No.
I wish. Like
that was 3 years of.
Yeah, that's why I told you. I was like, dude, when I first came into this conference room, which I was like, dude, I feel like I'm still like. I'm barely starting. Like it really does feel like that, and it's gonna feel like that every day, every month, every like week. It's always gonna be like a fresh start. Like, okay, today, like Andy Frisella talks about it, take one day at a time with the 75 hard challenge, and just never quitting, just never giving up, and believing in yourself, man. I can't stress that enough. If I didn't believe in myself, nothing. I wouldn't have moved the freaking rock on the floor, dude. I wouldn't have been able to do anything if I didn't believe in myself. And it's just like a big thing, because if you don't know or believe that you can do it, how are you going to expect your clients, or how are you going to expect for anybody else to see your vision or to believe in what you got going on?
But do you believe in yourself when things are going down, like with all these problems happening?
Yes.
Do you still like what if there's somebody else that they're working hard and then things start just going wrong?
Yeah.
Consequently, sometimes you can lose belief in yourself.
For sure.
You don't want to lose the grit to work. You don't want to lose that, okay, I'm going to wake up and work today. But I feel like a lot of times you can still, what if problems are happening nonstop? Do you believe that you still have to believe in yourself, or at times
that's a very good question. Do I think that I have to or believe in myself even when stuff is like really tough, really hard?
Tough. Do you think it's possible to believe in yourself?
I think so, just because like I know I keep repeating myself, man, but it's all about the long term. Just like it just always comes down to like, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than what's going on now. You know, like it's
the goal is way higher.
It's like if I can get through this, 5-10 years from now, like I'm gonna be here. Like I'm not worried about, you know, I can just get to there. Like if I can deal with this little issue.
I see what you're saying, man. I see your point of view. I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Like it just makes you stronger. Just like staying positive, just knowing that if I can get through this, I can become stronger by the day. You know, it's kind of like working out. Like I work out all the time, and I relate that to the business because it's like hand in hand. It's the same, man.
Work out.
Yeah, bro, it is.
Great therapy.
It's the same thing. Like you're gonna start off with the 5-pound dumbbells, right? You're gonna start off with the like $5 a month, you know, like, and then you're gonna get to 10, and then you're gonna just work your way up, and it's just like detailing, you know. It's just it's the same, you know, mentality. Just, you know, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna be sore. You're not gonna want to wake up to work out. Like you're not gonna finish that gallon, or you're gonna skip that meal. But it's like, just think long term, you know, and it's gonna take you a long way, man. For real.
Long term.
I don't know how.
I'm with you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Having those, and aim big.
Yeah, for
if you're in business, aim big, because if you aim small,
this guy,
those problems are going to be
multi-millionaire.
Oh, where? No, but those, if you aim small, we'll reach there, man.
Bro,
we'll reach there.
Yeah,
we're gonna reach there.
That's what I was gonna say. My goal was to hit 10,000 a month for, like, you know, that was my goal. And then when I hit, I'm like, I gotta do 50. I gotta do 100 because it's too. It was too easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it was like the goal wasn't big enough.
It's like you didn't expect, right? Like even though it was hard, I get exactly what you're saying, because when I look back and I see my goal from 5 years ago, and I would write it down. I would write it down laughing, and I achieved that. The short-term goals, I'll write it down. I was like, no, but I would still write it, and then I achieved that. And actually, last time, and when I got to this point, you know, of achieving that certain goal, I was like, what? You know, you start believing in yourself more.
Yeah,
you know,
that's important too. Like what you said. Writing stuff down, dude, has a huge impact. It really, like, I don't.
And it's not just once a year.
It has a huge impact. That's why when you said I write down my goals every night, I was like, I gotta do that, because I understand the power of writing stuff down. Like, it really does have a huge impact. Just manifesting that number or manifesting that dream or goal you have, like, it could be written down visibly. You'll see it. You instantly believe it. I don't know what it is, man, but it's so true. It's so true. And
I ask people to try it. It's like, oh, you know, I don't believe in that. Just do it for a week. Write down your goals, whatever's best for you, morning or evening, or both. But write down your goals in the evening for a week. Feel like, get the realization how you're gonna feel the next day, how you're gonna feel much more motivated to attack the next day, to grow. How you're gonna want more. You're gonna want more, and when you want more, you acquire more. You reach for more. You're more happy. You're more fulfilled.
Yeah.
So just try. I ask people to just try it. Try it for a week.
That's a fact, bro.
And big goals. Don't go with small.
Yeah, I'm quickly figuring that out though. Like quickly, I thought I was like setting big goals because they were like big goals to me. Like when I first started, you know. And now that I'm able to like see the numbers, because I love seeing numbers, man. I don't know what it is about numbers.
You got it. Yeah.
I just love seeing the numbers. I'm like, okay, this is possible. Like, I see, if this is possible, then why can't I do this? You know, why can't I make 70 grand? Like, there's nothing stopping me.
True.
Mr. Mezalira is not stopping me. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's
like,
stopping me.
It's plenty of cars out here too, and that's something else that I wanted to touch base on. Is just like, people want to hold secrets, man. Like, I really don't get it. It's 2021, man. Everything is on YouTube.
Everything is online.
Everything is online. Like, there is no secrets out here. That's why, like, I always tell people, like, hey, reach out to me. I don't know everything, but if I know it, I can help you. I can post videos on what's going on. I can, like, show you what I did to get to where I'm at.
Exactly, man.
There's no secrets. Like, you could do it too. You get what I'm saying?
At the beginning, I had that little mentality. Like,
For real?
The very beginning, I wanted to do this video, and this is small thinking, you know.
Yeah.
But at the very beginning, this is actually small thinking of you wanted to attain everything to yourself because you're scared of other people copying you.
Right.
You were up for a much bigger competition out there, man. Not just that.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I would be like, I'll find a product that works well, that would be much more efficient.
Right.
And I was like, okay, maybe that's my secret, you know. That's not how it is.
You know what else there is? Like one thing that I realized is if you like are a detailer or anything else, like in general, what you do is you attract fake people to you, right? Because they want to get those secrets out of you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
that's so true.
You get what I'm saying? So
Good
they're gonna
point.
be like, oh, if I get close, I'm gonna get his secret. Like, I don't know,
And
like
people,
this
and more
that.
fake people are gonna start to getting close to you.
Yep, just to get that out of you. But if you put it out there,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm giving you everything I got. Like,
Yes.
you could, if you come in my circle, it's for bigger and better reasons. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, 100%.
Like, if you want to come close to me to learn what wax I'm using, check out my videos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not.
Or simply message on Instagram and ask.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you build the fan? What type of tank do you use? What type of pump?
Yep.
Matter of fact, I might be posting a video like that on assembling the van.
Oh, for real?
A water
That'd be
tank, you know, the
nice.
vertical water tank with
Yeah.
the pump. I'll post it soon, hopefully within next month. Just gotta edit and stuff.
That'll be dope.
But that's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Just for you gotta show it, because if they don't learn, they're gonna find a way to learn.
Yeah.
You know, people hungry, they're gonna learn, and people who are not hungry, you know, there's one way or another might be a problem. But
definitely like something important too, man. Just put your knowledge that you have and feed it to other people, man. Like I want everybody to win. Like, honestly, like just be me being
it's
me,
awesome, man.
and you being you. You want to see people like that have worked for you, or like, you know, you want to see them do good, man. It's just what entrepreneurship is about. Like, you don't want to just soak it all in. There's no way you'll be successful just boxed in. Like, I'm taking all the money, keeping all the secrets. Like, it's just
worse for you at the end of the day if somebody if you do that, if somebody does that, it's worse for you at the end of the day.
Yeah,
thinking of wanting to keep the secrets, or being really selfish to the point. You got to be selfish in the point where, like, okay, I'm gonna do my best to work to, you know, fix my life first.
Right.
But not be selfish in this way of not wanting to share, thinking that nothing's a secret nowadays, man.
Nah, man, everything is out
The
there.
only secret is your hard work, right?
Yeah.
The only thing unique about people is, because nothing's a secret now. You want to learn something, you how to grow detailing business, how to do detail cars for itself. You can go on YouTube.
Right.
You know,
it's not that complicated.
Nothing's a secret. They can go on YouTube and learn from us how to grow a business. What do I do? You know, so
what I did, I dug deep to Andre's Instagram, YouTube. I was like, dude, how did he start? Because that's what you gotta like focus on. You can't like see where you are now, because people like to compare and relate. Like, I never did that. I was like, okay, I know what it's gonna take. So what time frame? Like, it took you 5-6 years to get to wherever you are now. I'm not sure, probably longer, but
about 5 or 6 years, if I can remember.
And like, that's a long time, but it goes quick. So like, it really does go fast.
That scares me, because
bro,
time flies.
and we're young, bro. So it's only like just realizing that it's gonna take time, because people see where you're at now and they're like, I want to be there, but they don't know that you're like 10x. Like, you want to be like way bigger and better than what
they
you
don't
are
know
now.
that what it requires is reading books, learning. That's a huge thing.
I picked that up from this guy, reading books.
Because the problem about books is that it's like the percentage of success on books is a really high percentage. For me, obviously, I have faith. You know, for me, majority is God.
Right.
But through reading books, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. And when you pick up a book to read, and people tell you it's important, and then you pick up a book to read, you finish a book, and you're like, I don't think I learned a lot from it. But that's not how it is. It's consistent. You read book for a year, different books, and you learn pieces here and there. It's slow. It's very slow type of process. but at the same time, the result comes in fast.
What book are you reading now?
So right now, I'm looking into more like stock investment as well.
Okay, cool.
Common stock investing.
Yeah.
And I got a book that is like a summary of 150 books. The title of the book is literally the best 100 books in business.
Wow.
And it's nice because a lot of books that, even from Grant Cardone, the books from him is there.
Yeah.
So it's like a 2-page summary for each book.
Dang.
There is 100 and something books.
That's crazy.
I think that was pretty cool. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
So
I think, again, man,
sir,
thank you very much for being part of the podcast, man, the YouTube. I'm gonna shoot it out there. And again, people who's looking into learn how to detail, we got both YouTube channels, or you can call online. There is a Mendez.
I was gonna say don't call.
don't
call
call.
my phone unless you're a client. I'm too busy. I gotta
Call me.
You can email me or something.
I know,
Shoot me
man.
a
I'm
DM.
sorry, man. I start blowing up your phone. What's your phone number? Let me give it to people here. You're done. So you can call me, I guess. Reach out if you're looking to start your own business, need clients, or your goal was to do self-employment. You can have it, but reach out to me and follow.
Yes, sir. Follow me. I have a YouTube account. So the YouTube is Bryan Felix, BRYAN FELIX. Just my first name, last name. I'm trying to see if I should change that to Mendez. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna keep it for now. Keep it under my name. And then Instagram, just look us up at Mendez Auto Detail. You'll see all our work, all the reels, all the videos and stuff like that. And I mean, honestly, like I just thought about something. Content is very important. Like. It's very important, and it's also a part of marketing too. So if, just incorporate that into your business some way, somehow, and that could be a little boost too to like get you more clients and get your work out there. But just make sure you guys follow us both. Follow our Instagram, our YouTube pages, all that stuff. And yeah, man.
All right, thank you very much, Bryan.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.